As we promised to jumpstart your experience with the Google Sheets, today we are going to see a very important tool, which are the charts. As we said, sheets are used to store data, to manipulate data, to make some summary, some functions, and so on, as we have started previously to see some functions. And it's usually used to give some visual indication of the data we are having. So we will start with this group of data we are having today, and we start to convert them to charts and see the options of the charts quickly but efficiently. So we have three columns, our assets, A, B, C, D, E assets, and that's their income in Jan and February. The income is positive and the expenses are negative. And we shall mark the three columns we need to convert them to data. The beauty about the converting to charts and Google Sheets that it applies its artificial intelligence or its logic to understand the data that you had inserted. So it will understand automatically that this data or these labels are the labels of the data, and it will understand automatically that these are the titles of the columns automatically without doing any effort from your side. So simply this icon is to insert a chart. So I click here. So a chart is inserted, a default chart. A default chart is simply and is inserted in your view of the window. So, and you can move it downstairs, and simply you can move it to another sheet simply by clicking on the three dots here. You will be able to move it to its own sheet, so your chart will be on a separate sheet. So let me understand it. He understands that we have February versus Jan, and that's February, that's Jan, and he is putting the expenses opposite to each other. So maybe that's not what I need to represent, so I will go here to chart edit. You will find your chart editor opening here, and here is your chart type. I will start this bar chart, for example. So on the bar chart, you can see that that's the vertical column, which are the values. Okay, between he assumes this max and this min for your data, and these are the series, and he put the series of Jan on dark color and the series of February on blue and red, and you can see the label for each incident. So on E you will find that they are equal. So in E, this E, but there's another E and another E and so on. So that's out of the box, or a chart that's coming by default. Maybe you need to change a little bit of the chart. So that's the column chart. You can change the type of the chart. You can make it like a Gantt chart, okay? And that's a type of Gantt chart. If the data is better represented in this way, like a Gantt chart around a vertical axis, okay? And there are many types of other charts. You can present them as lines, for example, okay, continuous lines or scattered lines and so on. So I will turn to the normal bar charts. So what other options are helpful? Here there is a very intelligent option, which is aggregate. Aggregate means it will sum together the points of data which are having the same label. For example, I'm having here A, and then another A and another A, and I'm having here C and another C. Okay, so if I selected aggregate, so simply that's the summary of A, P, C, and D, E. Okay, the summary of all the results. For example, if you come to A, you will find that it's 111 plus the 240 plus the 2,400, 2,600. That's almost 5,000 plus, which is our result here. For P, you can find that 3,369, and then you can find minus 1,000. That's almost minus 1,000. You can check here; it's almost less than the middle because that's 2,500 each column. So that's what aggregate means. It makes the labels of the data automatically and brings you the summary of your data. Aggregation can be not only sum. There are many options for aggregation. For example, you can select the minimum values. You can select the maximum values. It's not repeating. It's meaning only the maximum A and the maximum P, and on each month. It can be the average. It can be the median. It can be the count. So that's the count. So A is repeated 3 times, B is repeated 2 times, C 2 times, D 2 times, and E 2 times. Okay, so now it's easy to convert your data to visual charts. We'll continue a little bit with the charts in the coming chats, in the coming videos, but for now you can easily convert any data you are having into columns and into scatter chart or into line. See you in the coming videos with more insights and to jumpstart your experience with Google Sheets.